cool. Ryan, tell everybody who you are, man.
Hi, I'm Ryan Rothenberger. I'm the senior producer on Disney Infinity Marvel Battlegrounds.
That's right. We're here at United Front Games, where this portion of Disney Infinity was created for Disney Infinity 3.0, right?
That's
Put
right.
all the superheroes together. This is Dan Sochan, who is a producer. And Raul, what's your last name?
Figueroa.
Raul Figueroa, right?
Almost there.
Figueroa?
Figueroa, that's
Figueroa.
perfect.
Raul Figueroa. I'm trying, man.
That's good, that's good.
And you were one of the designers of the game?
I'm the design director.
Design director. Okay, cool. So, Ryan, take us in.
Yeah, so basically I want to walk you guys kind of through how we came up with the concept for Battlegrounds, and then a little bit about what the story is. Show you some of the features that we have in the single-player / two-player campaign mode, and then back out to Versus, where really the rubber meets the road for this game, and then we'll start jamming. So, first and foremost, we wanted Battlegrounds to kind of push Infinity into a different genre. You saw us kind of do this with Inside Out last year, because that was a puzzle platformer and was really sort of different than the sort of action-adventure game that we have been doing in the past. When we were concepting Battlegrounds, we looked at games like Power Stone 2 from the Dreamcast days, obviously Super Smash Brothers, and we were trying to solve two things. One was, hey, what can we do in a different style of game? And we came up with the brawler concept. And then also, how can we get more people playing the playset? So one of the things that our parents, or that we hear from parents, is that, hey, I got more than 2 kids. They want to play together, not just in the toy box, but in a scripted kind of game experience that the playsets offer. So we listened, and we came up with this 4-player brawler-style gameplay. So the story was all new. We went to Marvel, worked with the Avalanche writers and the folks at Marvel, and came up with a brand new story for the game. It starts out in a train yard that's been destroyed in Brooklyn. You see Groot and Hulk bust through a wall. Groot says something that is obviously not quite right, at least to Rocket's ears, because he's one of the only ones that can understand him. And you start to realize that maybe things aren't what they seem. And the story progresses from there to Wakanda, out to a SHIELD lunar outpost on the moon, then into a middle of nowhere space station, culminating with a fight against a giant, almost planetary-sized Ultron, who's marching on Asgard to steal an Infinity Stone.
You're talking about a ton of moving parts right here, and you're talking about a story in the Marvel universe. We've got the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as all the comic sort of stakeholders and the Disney Infinity stakeholders. How does a story like that come together in a video game? How many people have to sign off to make something like that possible? Because all of these characters are sort of split across a lot of different properties.
No, that's true. It's more than you can dream of, honestly. No, really, there's a core group of folks at Marvel who work on the game side, who we worked with, guys like Bill Roseman, Mike Jones. They're the ones who are our conduits to the theatrical side. And so a lot of people will ask, well, is this based on Civil War? And it's not. I would say it's more inspired by. We wanted to capture the essence of what happens in Civil War, which is sort of heroes and villains against each other.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and as the story unfolds, you realize that Loki and Ultron have teamed up, and they are creating robot duplicate versions of the heroes and villains. And so as you play through the story, you never quite know, am I really fighting the real person, or is this just another robot? And then, like I said, it culminates with a fight actually inside this giant Ultron at the end, which is a really great set piece for us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take us into the story a little bit here in the game?
Sure. So if you want, we can start at the very beginning of, I believe this is the train yard. So this is sort of the very first piece of the story. So the first section after you get through the tutorial, and we'll see hopefully a cutscene here.
How many of the sort of cinematic universe characters are in the game?
So we have obviously all of the Black Widows, the Thors from Infinity 2.0 are all already there.
Yeah.
For the new characters, we introduced Vision, Black Panther, and we're also introducing Ant-Man as well. From the cinematic universe.
But you guys aren't doing Black Panther or Ant-Man figures, or?
No, we are.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, so with Marvel Battlegrounds launching on March 15th, we will also be releasing the new Vision figure, Ant-Man, Black Panther, as well as a black suit Spider-Man, which had previously been linked to the Vita version.
Okay, terrific. So those all start arriving next week.
Yep,
That's
next
fantastic.
Tuesday, everything comes out at the same time.
Okay.
Actually, let me give you a little sound here.
From a pair of enhanced individuals gone rogue.
I was taking a breather from the Guardians of the Galaxy when I heard my pal Groot was stomping up your stomping grounds.
All sound alikes in the game, or were you able to?
Primarily sound alikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the voice actors who did the cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the animated series.
Okay.
And then Nick Fury is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yes.
So you
Yeah,
brought
that's
him
back from Infinity Feud.
Who got to work with Samuel L. Jackson?
Not
you guys?
Not us, no.
No, not
just
us.
the voice director, voice
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So. He's probably a little bit busy.
Yeah.
I offered to work with Scarlett Johansson for Black Widow, but no calls have been returned yet.
Yeah, weirdly, no takers on that
Not
one.
not returning your Facebook friend request
Yeah,
or any of that stuff.
exactly.
Good try, Dan.
Keep going.
So right away we've got Cap fighting Groot,
Right.
which is kind of a dream come true for comic fans. Likely not going to happen for a while in the movie universe, though, right?
Yeah, most likely not for a little bit
Yeah.
anyway. Some of the other fun things that you'll see here is we have these traps in all of the levels. So a big train can come in when you press the infinity button.
Right.
And every single level features some type of trap like this. Oh, Groot is manhandling me here.
You can totally see the Power Stone influence from the perspective and from all the stuff that you can pick up and throw at each other.
Exactly.
That was an important element for us, was taking sort of a different look at a lot of the fighters, where often they're sort of 2D. It's a lot about very complex combos, super precise timing on everything, and by immediately making it a 3D space, part of it is about going and exploring, really getting to feel like these characters. So you're able to fly in 3D, not just on a 2D plane.
Right.
And you've got a lot more options as well. Do I want to run and chase after one of the purple capsules, which gives you fills your special meter? Do I chase after one of the green capsules, which replenishes your health?
Yeah.
Or I can go pick up objects in the environment, hurl them at my enemies. And we also use all the power discs from Infinity 2.0, the Marvel characters.
Oh, wow.
As well as new ones for 3.0.
Well, that's great, because a lot of those characters have been kind of sitting on shelves for a little while, right? I guess that was the idea here. You want to bring back all those characters again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Just show that this potential.
up until this point with Infinity 3.0, we had been, obviously concentrating primarily on Star Wars, but we knew that there was a massive fan base who had bought 2.0, had all these characters available,
Yeah.
and we were basically tasked with, well, how do we get them all together in one playset? And
is
Battlegrounds is basically the result of it.
Okay, cool.
And it really shows that Infinity has potential to keep bringing back all of those characters that you bought already.
So how long is the story?
So the story, like most fighting game stories, is
Yeah.
actually pretty short. It's meant to be played through with each character.
Yeah.
When you beat it, you get a little blurb about what happens to that character, after the fight is done, sort
Gotcha.
of thing.
A nod to that kind of classic, arcade where it's got the single shot, the character walking down the road, and it's got the text on the side.
So
that's what we're trying to capture.
more or less story than Street Fighter V.
It's more.
More story than Street Fighter V. Okay, that's
It's
good.
amazing.
No, but
All
it
right.
the story takes about an hour to go through
Yeah.
each time. But like I said, it's meant to be played over and over. And then we also have, after we get done with the cutscene here, I'll show you, we have a ton of challenges. So all 28 characters have a unique challenge. You can actually play them with any character, but if you beat it with a specific character, say Gamora in Gamora's challenge, you'll actually would unlock her alternate outfit.
Right.
But you get to use that in Versus forever.
How did the design sort of process come together? Because you've got Disney in LA, and then you've got you guys, and you've also got Avalanche, and then you've also got Marvel kind of having to supervise all of that stuff. Did it start from the team here at UFG? You guys would propose ideas, or were they submitted kind of from Disney headquarters, and they say, we want these kinds of things, can you guys make that?
I'd say it was really collaborative, kind of
Yeah.
right from the outset. That there was certain goals that the Disney group wanted. There was certain things that we thought would be really cool to, like Ryan said, kind of take Infinity and move into another genre.
Yep.
And there were certain aspects that Marvel cared about. I remember we all met in LA about a year and a half ago, and it was just this like moment where like, wait, are you thinking this? Yeah, I'm thinking that, and we all just immediately meshed, and we were very much on the same page right from the outset, and that really helped.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all had the best time just coming up with this because we all had a lot of ideas and we had some very clear goals, like Ryan said. And one of those was, how do we make players bring their toys with them so that everybody can play?
Yeah.
And just make sure that we don't give an advantage to anybody specifically because they have more toys.
Awesome.
It's like, hey, you have more toys, come over. We all want to play together. And same thing with the power discs.
This seems like not only is it a way to kind of extend what Disney Infinity 3.0 is already doing and giving you guys a whole new play set with kind of the finite sort of mini game that you've created for everybody here, but also with all of the sort of third wave of MCU characters like Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. Is this something that you guys could just produce a new toy and a new bunch of levels for this, or would you have to kind of rework everything again?
No, I think we set ourselves up to be able to support additional characters in the future if the opportunity presents itself to do so.
It will.
In a fairly
There are 68 characters in the next Avengers movie. That's crazy. You guys are going to be busy.
Is it really 68?
68
Oh my
superheroes.
God, I had no idea that
Confirmed
was that many. Wow.
by the Russo brothers.
That is going to be.
That
That's
is
a lot of
crazy.
figures.
That's
you're
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to buy, Raul.
figures.
Yeah,
Yes.
Raul's like, no, my
That
bank
is
account can't support it.
kids not going to college
keep them
kind of money right there is what's
Yeah.
happening.
No kidding.
No, that's cool. So yeah, what you guys are seeing here, this is like I was talking about for the challenges. So this offers a ton more gameplay for the single player / 2-player co-op experience. You got probably another 5-6 hours of gameplay just going through each of the challenges
Okay.
with all the different
That's
characters.
an FU to Street Fighter 5 right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
And this is also where you unlock, like I was saying about the alternate costumes, but being Disney Infinity, this is where you unlock all of your toy box toys. So a bunch of the set pieces, things like exploding barrels, train cars, all the cool stuff that you see in the arenas, you can unlock to build with inside the toy box by completing the challenges.
That's
here.
cool. So you can make your own stages. And
You can make, I would say, in the toy box, you can make
using
themes.
existing levels, you can theme them with props.
You can theme them like Battlegrounds. Yeah, you're not
Okay.
going to get the same sort of isometric camera that we have that's so polished and everything.
Gotcha.
But you can build out dioramas and situations that look just like the arenas or look close to the arenas.
So the angles, the camera angles, and the way that you play will be different, but a sense of that same kind of
yeah,
play
the
style?
look and the feel would be the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the big difference would be the move set.
Okay.
So that was a huge component of what we've kind of been doing for the last year was taking the amazing work that the Avalanche guys had done on building out each of these amazing characters for the toy box.
Right.
But those are meant for a action adventure experience. You know, Captain America throwing the shield and it's ricocheting off 20 enemies in the scene.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work so well in a player versus player experience. Some characters are just way too powerful
Right.
and have giant blanket attacks. So what we did is kind of went in, dissected every player and the character, and then kind of rebuilt them from the ground up of what's going to make sense for a player versus player experience. How do we balance each of these moves?
I see, and that's what makes it something that if you like this idea, you got to pick up the play set rather than try to build it yourself in the toy box.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But you
because
couldn't implement the technologies and reverse engineer what you guys have done for Battlegrounds and stick it into the traditional toy box?
You
At
mean like
least
if,
not-
if a player were to try that?
Yeah.
Not really, because again the characters were balanced so precisely
Right.
for a fighting game experience.
Gotcha.
That a level 20 Hulkbuster would never be fair to go against a level 1 Rocket Raccoon, which is why we did what Dan said: is we kind of took their moveset at level 20, then chose the best ones for the guys. So when you're playing in the toy box, they're still going to have their toy box moveset versus
Gotcha.
the Battlegrounds.
You
moveset
know
they
that
can
the
do.
minute this drops, everybody's going to want this open-ended with every Disney character against every Disney
yeah.
character.
I cannot wait.
So
I
is
cannot
that
wait.
is that a possibility that might happen down the road? Like
It's-
that's
I-
what look at the look on Dan. Can we zoom in on Dan's face right now? Look at that gleam. Or do we just get a reveal?
No,
I
no
love it.
reveal, but just
It would be
smiling at-
fantastic, huh?
This is the amazing part of what is Infinity.
Yeah.
And Disney, which has some of the richest and deepest IPs out there.
Yeah.
And seeing them coming together, it's fantastic. And I think with each play set, you're seeing.
I just
you
want,
know,
I want to see
more
Elsa
evolution.
just throw down on the
Tinkerbell.
Hulk.
Yeah.
On the Hulkbuster. That would be Olaf versus the Hulkbuster. That would be just amazing. Okay, but we're not there. We're just
No.
in the
Yeah.
Marvel space for right now.
One of the things I wanted to show you guys, because we actually do a few things differently that sort of breaks the mold from what Infinity is normally does. So
Yeah.
when you're playing through a normal playset, you have the figure down on the base, and you're always writing experience back to the toy directly in that moment. Well, since in versus mode, when we kind of show you how that works, you don't actually have the figures on the base when you're playing. So,
Right.
but you still need to earn experience points. And so what we did is we kind of devised this new experience bank so that anytime you're playing in Battlegrounds, you're banking your experience to be doled out at a later time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and so it doesn't matter what character you earn the experience with. If Dan comes over and he's like, hey man, I just bought Rocket Raccoon, he's level 0, do you mind hooking me up with some experience? You come to this screen, you plop them down, and then you can allocate as much or as little as you want, and you can see in the upper left, the cap is actually leveling, and this is for the toy box now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and then that also works with jumping them into their own play sets and everything
Yep.
as well. You're
Yes.
leveling up those characters, and so easily you're going to max out some characters
Absolutely.
just on
By
a
just
couple of
having a ton
weekends
of
of
fun
this.
playing this, yeah.
That's crazy, okay.
Yeah, and that way, once you do max someone out, rather than having to, play over and over again with Hulkbuster, it's like, hey, we've maxed out Hulk,
Yeah.
but I got 4,000 more experience points. Just put
Wow.
Hulkbuster down, level him up, and you can take him to the toy box, unlock his full moveset there. However
Is this
you
the
want.
first of the Disney Infinity play sets to do something like that?
This is the very first one to do
Okay.
it. And it was born out of necessity because we knew that we weren't going to be able to have the characters on the base all the time.
Right.
So we had to devise a different way of doing it, and we actually think it's something that's players are going to find
Yeah, they're
incredibly
gonna love it.
convenient.
Yeah.
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 I guess, part of the fun for UFG, because you guys are kind of used to building your own IP almost in a way, or kind of reinventing IP, is that you got to kind of reverse engineer the Disney Infinity experience to come up with new ways for developers and yourself to tackle how you can approach making this an open-ended experience.
Yeah. One of the coolest things about it is that they down there at Avalanche, they have a lot of rules
Yeah.
and how they dole out experience over time, and we kind of followed the same formulas and just make sure that, okay, if a player is playing for, 3 hours, he gets this amount of XP, but now you have 4 players playing.
Yeah.
So, you want to reward them for investing their time in this.
But you've also now created a whole new mechanic, kind of
Yeah.
like what Sumo did with the racing game, right?
Yeah, exactly. And again, I think everyone at Avalanche and Marvel, and obviously us, we were building it, realized that you have to start making some of these changes and adjustments to the platform, to the franchise, because if you want to push into different genres,
Yeah.
it's not always going to conform to the mold that we designed and built 4 years ago when Infinity 1 was in its, concept phase.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should play.
Let's do it.
Yeah, can
Let's
we have
do it.
all 4 of us play? Do we have
Yeah,
4 of
yeah,
these?
absolutely.
All right,
Let's
do you have a stick?
Raul,
It's right there.
All right, let's do it. Is it
All right.
charged enough?
It is now charged. I will
he
not be
loses-
losing.
if he loses, he's going to say it's because his controller
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
work.
he's
We
already.
know that's a lie.
He's built up the excuses. is he?
Exactly.
Is that part of the excuse bank that you guys have?
No,
the
this is-
experience
this
and
is
the
just-
excuse bank.
So
before we have-
yeah,
jump
right before
in.
we jump in, into
Yeah.
play, I'm going to show you guys a couple things. One, I want to point out is something that is brand new again to this playset are these trial characters.
Okay.
So this is something that we had experimented with a little bit on the PC and iOS versions, the digital versions.
Right. Yes.
But basically, since Marvel Battlegrounds, it ships with just Captain America, so he's the only figure in the playset.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the first time that we're doing it. We
Yep.
didn't want 4 people to get home and all of a sudden you only can play with Captain America. So what we do is we offer 3 trial characters that are available on a rotating basis every week. Every Thursday they roll over into,
Oh, wow.
into 3 brand new different characters.
Okay.
And so this week it's Rocket, Hulkbuster, and Nova are your 3 trial characters.
Why did you pick Thursday?
We picked Thursday. Well, it's actually
good question.
we did it for a specific reason
Yeah.
because we wanted it to change over so that when kids come home on Friday,
Yeah.
they have a new set of characters. A lot of kids can only play on the weekends, or they have TV time regulated. So this way, it gives them the best chance of seeing the new characters.
Video games are so different now.
Yeah.
They're so different now. You guys are actually plotting the weekend fun and making it a live change
Yeah.
every week. That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
but it
awesome.
gives, and so this way it
fantastic,
gives
yeah.
them a chance to try characters they don't own, and
Yeah.
then also immediately out of the box you can play with 4 different characters, no problem.
Cool.
And have fun. The other thing that's also cool with the trial characters that
Hold
we
on,
did,
Ryan. Just to be clear, though.
Yeah.
You guys have made this open-ended so that if in the future Disney and Marvel wanted to add new characters, you can do that.
I will tell you that we have the ability to add characters if we want to,
And levels. Stages.
and stages if we so desire.
Very
Yes.
cool. Awesome. Awesome.
So what that means is that I need to get people out there buying this
Yes.
in enough
Do
that...
do you want to give out your email address?
So it's Jay Vignacchi.
John dot...
Yeah.
The other thing that we have is this really cool system called character trial tokens.
Okay.
And what these do is think of it like a currency that you earn by playing through the campaign, the story mission,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
When you play through the story mission, you'll get 20 of these. And what this allows players to do is pick any character that they don't own. So not even the trial characters, but anyone that I don't own.
Okay.
And you can use them for a single fight, so like a single match.
Gotcha.
And you use a token. So think of it, if you have 4 people all using these, you're going to burn through them pretty quick.
Right.
But again, you earn them back by just playing through campaign or playing in regular versus mode. There's a dice roll chance that you'll get one of these tokens.
Gotcha.
But again, we feel like we wanted another powerful element to get people to try characters they don't own, because there's 28. There's no way that everyone's going to have all of these characters. At least most people won't have
Yeah,
all of them
yeah.
at the onset.
Yeah.
But because the characters play so differently, their fighting styles are so different. If I don't, as Hulkbuster, I'm not really a guy who's a big bruiser player. I'd rather play with someone like Spider-Man, who's a faster guy.
Right.
I have the ability to do it, try them out, and be like, you know what, I really do like them. I'm going to go out to the store and buy
Is
the
it
figure now.
rock, paper, scissors kind of style, like Power Stone, where you
Absolutely,
got the skinnies and then the monsters kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So really, it's a punch beats a grab.
Yeah.
A grab beats a block. A block beats a punch. At its base level, that's the rock, paper, scissors mechanic that we
Okay,
have.
okay.
And Raul, myself, Dan, our goal here was to create a game that you can pick up and learn how to play in 5 minutes and have fun and be competitive, just like Mario Kart or something like that.
Yeah.
But the system is truly deep enough that it'll take you months and months to kind of master it, perfect it. We have counter blocks. So if you block right as I'm about to hit, you'll get a counter move. I can then rush in for a 3-hit combo. There's
Rising attacks.
Yeah, rising attacks, dodge rolls. So when I'm rolling out of the way, I can then attack right into it. So the system
How
is
many
actually kind of deep.
sleeping dog shank moves did you guys add to this?
None of those.
None of those?
It was
Okay.
tough to keep him out, but
That was kind of one of the things for us, like Ryan mentioned, that making sure there's that simplicity. So we did a lot of play testing with kids as young as 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Up to parents and older parents, and making sure that everyone could go in and just by pressing, a button simply, you can have a lot of fun. You're seeing destruction. You're throwing characters across the screen. But we've also got a lot of hardcore fighting fans on our team.
Yeah.
People who were a lot of integral guys on the combat mechanics for Sleeping Dogs, who wanted to make sure that there was that level of depth as well.
I think we're in Vancouver as we're recording this. This is where UFG is headquartered, and down the street is where Marvel Contest of Champions is made, which is another big, huge Marvel success story, another fighting game for mobile. It's pretty amazing.
Call it Marvel North up here.
Yeah.
Like honestly, within blocks, seriously, you guys can all go out for coffee together. Was there any sharing of, lessons learned at all? What's the name of that company again? It's
Kabam.
Kabam.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk with any of those guys over there?
No, because they're working directly with Marvel, not through Disney.
Yeah.
Until we really announce the game, it's kind
couldn't.
of top secret to everyone.
Gotcha.
So, no.
Very diplomatic answer, Dan.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I think all of your NDA signatures are safe, my friend.
Yeah.
Cool. And so the last thing I want to show you guys is the question always comes up. Well, how do you actually play 4 players? There's only 2 spots on the base.
Right.
Glad you asked it. It's a great question.
Yeah.
It's something that we struggled with a little bit. It's like, do we use 2 bases? How do we actually do it? So I'm gonna walk over here and show you guys exactly how it's done.
Okay. You're physically going to model how we do this right now.
I am
That's correct.
physically going to model
all
it
right.
for
Okay.
it.
I think we have the technology to follow you doing that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so basically, in order to load the characters in for versus play, so you can play with 4 people, it's really simple. We take a character, you put them down on a base, and then you'll see them spawn immediately in-game, and then that makes them selectable. You can then take them off, and it works just like any other menu selection at that point. So that's how we're able to load all the characters in and have 4 people play at the same time. You don't have to load them all in at once. Usually, organically, what we do is we see people load them in as they want to play with them. So it's like, this match I want to play with Hulkbuster, they put him down. Next match I want to play with someone else. And over the course of 3-4 matches, you get the roster filled in. But yeah, it's really straightforward, and it's how we do it. But let's now play.
Thank you, Ryan. So we now have every character unlocked like that. It's
That's
magic
right.
sauce. I love it. And so we can all join in.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead and press X to join in and choose your hero or villain.
Okay, somebody chose Vision.
Let's
No, you
see.
can choose Vision
I'm
if you
gonna
really
be-
want.
I love Vision.
If you take a look, there's an icon above some of those characters, like Gamora right now.
Try
Yeah.
Yondu.
You can actually switch
Oh,
her
right,
outfit.
right on.
Oh,
You can
okay.
do Yondu? Okay.
So I'm 3, right? I'm number 3?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll go with
And just
Mark
as
42.
a Marvel fan, looking at what you've got Yondu, Iron Man, Vision, and Black Widow.
It's great.
Like, it's so cool seeing, even within Marvel, the different, universes starting to mash up.
Yes.
And playing it. So,
I mean, you guys saw that Civil War trailer that just dropped this week?
Yeah.
That must be like fire for you guys, right?
Yeah.
It definitely helps. Yeah.
Right? Like this is coming out. It's,
We
I
love
mean,
it.
it's going to
Gets-
help sell the game, but
For
it's
sure, it gets
also
people
inspiring,
excited about
right?
it. Yeah.
the two first characters that we got in the game and balanced everyone sort of around was Cap and Iron Man.
Nice.
So, like, in the back of our minds, we're always kind of picturing that's the battle.
Yeah.
And now to see that in a few short months on a big
It's-
screen will be very exciting.
It's kind of a weird year to see all these superheroes not liking each other and fighting each other.
yeah, sure.
What, can't
It's the
they get
perfect
along?
year.
What's
That was
happening?
not long before. What's happened?
Yeah. And you know, it's kind of also strange in the trailer stuff. We haven't seen anything with Thor or Vision, right? Neither Thor or Vision have appeared.
Yeah,
Vision
not in the cap, not in the cap thing. Oh no,
The
Vision was.
Vision
There,
showed
there
up in
was
this
one.
last one.
There was one
Did he?
scene
Okay,
where
all
he
right.
was in there.
Yeah.
What side is he on?
Now we'll,
I don't
we'll
think
find
we know
out.
yet.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, I
okay.
don't think we know
All
yet.
right. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
All right. Because it feels like they're the deciders in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like if whatever team they decide to go on is going to be the winning team.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like we are kind of like gods.
They'll take the high road. I'm just stepping back.
Right.
You know the buttons, right? Triangle.
Triangle
Triangle is
for-
going to be your main attack.
Okay.
Square is your grab/throw, so
Okay.
that's your throw.
Okay.
Circle's block. X is jump. Right trigger. R2 is going to be your ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
When you have your special, R1 to trigger it. And when you pick up a power disc, which is sort of a new thing here, the power discs actually get dropped in as a collectible that,
Okay.
that people have to fight over and grab.
Okay.
You activate it with L1.
L1. Okay.
Yeah.
Your existence is curious to me.
Oh, I loved Vision and the Avengers last year. They did an amazing job with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they did.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Raul,
For me, Ryan.
take it easy on me, all right?
I'll just
I'm
won't
new.
take it easy on
Yeah.
Ryan right here.
Yes, just beat up on your dudes here.
Ow.
Yes, just like Power Stone, chaos. Very hard to see where everybody is and keep track of everything. I guess it takes a few games before you
Exactly.
Yeah, I
acclimate to
kind of know how
everything.
to track it. Green capsules you'll see spawn in; those are for health.
Okay.
And the purple ones are to help build up your special meter.
Okay. Do you get the experience cubes that drop in, or the experience gotcha
No,
balls?
the experience is just doled out at the end of every match.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's nothing to collect or worry about.
Oh,
every
nicely
match.
done.
There you go. So I just threw you. Nice.
Oh, Iron Man lined up. Vision got in there and saved him.
Oh, Ryan.
Wow, that's
A lot of
cool.
damage. So that was the Darkhawk power disc.
Yeah, it's one of the new power discs that we're launching with the game on Tuesday.
Okay, cool. How many of the special powers and stuff like that were kind of introduced from the Marvel side? You know, like with ideas sort of
Well, most
connected
of
to
the
continuity.
most of them were looked at and agreed upon for specials back in the Infinity 2 days.
Okay.
And then we repurposed a lot of those moves.
Okay, gotcha.
Here, but yeah, Marvel obviously had influence in that back when they were originally designed.
Is there going to be any kind of a comic story that goes with the Infinity kind of brand or anything like that? Sort of.
Well, it's actually funny. So what Black Panther comic is getting for God's sakes.
Sorry, Ryan.
Always interview.
Just kidding. I'm
Always ask
power-
interview questions just before you're going to get whaled on.
No, so a neat thing that happened is the Black Panther comic is getting reimagined and is coming out again, and we were actually asked to put our Black Panther, the Infinity version, on the cover of for an alt as an alt.
That is really not
Oh,
gonna
cool.
help you.
Yeah, so that was definitely a neat experience that we got
That's
to do
awesome.
the last couple of days.
Oh my God. That was amazing.
Oh, I'm gonna die right there. Oh,
Fantastic.
Very slick. I love the animations and yeah, I like the extra special attacks and all that stuff.
All of the animations at
you know
the
that
end.
was a lot of fun. Like the team, so many hardcore Marvel fans,
Yeah.
and so to kind of say like, hey guys, what do you think would be cool? How could we introduce more of the character in the scenes?
Yeah.
And guys would just be on their own riffing on some ideas and be like, hey, what do you think about this? When you do a KO, they pop on screen, give a little taunt to the other characters. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
That
That's
looks
exactly what
That's
it is.
fantastic.
Did you have to rein them back in because I know you're dealing with
Yeah.
you know kind of established sort of technology. Like you can't go. It's not like you're building it from scratch. You have to kind of. It has to fit within Disney Infinity.
It was amazing because most of the guys actually controlled themselves very well.
Yeah, like I think
they
generally
knew what they could do. and
It's
they did it.
robust enough, the engine, that we were able to achieve what we wanted to do. And
Didn't have to make a whole bunch of new tech to support it.
No.
Really, it was all kind of already there.
I think
That's
the
amazing.
biggest thing we had to sometimes rein guys back on was very obscure nods or references to like, this happened in this one episode in this one comic, and they wanted to make that like a moment in it. Like, yeah, it's great, but not many people will recognize it.
Right.
Let's keep it a little more generic than that.
in issue
Yeah,
683,
exactly.
Hey, happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was great.
That's all right. Okay, cool. How do you guys, you know, kind of approach and feel about working on something that's very established and very kind of controlled? I mean, there's no other real way to frame that because there's a lot of people that need to kind of approve this, as opposed to, you know, the sleeping dogs kind of thing where you're kind of winging it and making it up. Was it kind of a comfort in a way to kind of know the restraints?
In a way, it actually makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much lore out there. You can just do a simple search and you will find
Yeah.
a lot of information, images, inspiration, and even fan fiction where when you actually read what fans think about some of the characters, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
We can actually use some of this.
Yeah,
But
so I
that-
think
yes.
it's got kind of both sides to it because obviously, yeah, there's more restrictions in place, but
Yeah.
it allows you to then think within those confines of what you can do really cool in it. I think it's the same with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where
Right.
you know, how do you take all these amazing characters in Avengers and put them in, and you know that's what Joss Whedon did so well, and kind of
Yes.
weaving those characters and making you believe that Hawkeye, especially in like Avengers 2 when Hawkeye has that whole scene and he's talking about the fact that I'm a guy with a bow.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
guy's a demigod. Like how am I possibly going to compete with them? And
Yeah.
that's what he did so well. And so I think we've had a lot of the same challenges, but it also allows you to draw, like Raul said, on so much of this deep history of these characters. We don't need to explain to you why Iron Man's a little sarcastic or you know why
Right.
Spider-Man's the way he is. People get it, so we can spend more of our time focusing on the gameplay elements, the balancing, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, very cool. That also adds a lot of pressure, though, because you have Marvel fans to appease now.
Yeah.
Right? Are you guys prepared for that response next week?
You can only be so prepared. What I've learned is that you can only be so prepared for the crazy that comes from some of the folks who are
Step
like,
away from the forum.
yeah, it's like it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we've done a real bang up job that everybody's going to be sort of proud of, Marvel fans alike.
Yes.
And again, like you know, we had to work closely with Marvel throughout, so they've been playing every build of the game since the very beginning. So if anyone's going to catch something that you know doesn't feel like it quite represents brand properly or a certain character,
Yeah.
they'll spot it.
It's cool.
Have you guys got as a team a kind of a favorite of the characters that's in the game? Like something that you
As a
see?
team?
Yeah. Have you guys kind of decided that?
No.
Everyone is.
We'll fight.
Everybody has a different opinion, and I
Yeah.
think it goes back to the like how well it's balanced because it kind of depends on. Sure, you have your favorite character in general from the lore.
Yeah.
But like for the game itself, like I personally love Hulkbuster and Ronan. Some people are like, I can't use him at all. Like,
I'm terrible with Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
But he's a complete different playstyle. Give me Spider-Man, Black Widow. They're really quick, agile characters.
Right.
Love them.
Yeah.
Right. What about Hawkeye? That's just the guy with the bow.
It's one of my favorites.
Raul's amazing
I like
with
him.
it.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's
Because
got a
he
lot
can
of good
stand
moves.
back and
Yeah, he
and
stands
projectile.
back. He's got you can charge if you hold R2. Most
Yeah.
characters have a charged range. His is a freeze arrow, so I
Okay.
can sit there, charge it, freeze you, then charge in for a 3-hit combo follow-up or something.
Okay.
So one thing that I wanted to show you here is one thing that we had to add to this game based on it being a fighting game.
Yeah.
We actually created this cheat sheet. You can actually go in there and say, okay, this is a Falcon. Look at his health, speed, hand-to-hand, and alternate attack. You can see the basic controls, and then every one of his unique attacks is featured in here. So you can
Okay.
actually go. If you really want to learn what a character does and what are their strengths, you can just go in here and go through.
So there's layers of training. You get to play through the training modes to kind of experience
Yep.
all this stuff, but you can also pause at any time and watch
Yeah, if you
or,
wanna
or
master
read all of
something.
this stuff to look, wow,
Because
that's pretty
each
interesting.
character,
lot of
although
stuff.
they all
Wow.
have moves that sort of map, like everyone has a range attack and a charge range attack, they actually quite differ. So some characters, like Hulkbuster, doesn't shoot a projectile.
It's a
He actually
dash.
does like a dash attack, and it's a great way for him to close in on an enemy.
Yeah.
So once you get to use that, it's really effective.
Ryan, was there ever a thought of potentially just selling this as a separate deal, like just an all-inclusive fighting mode that kind of promoted the Disney Infinity look and feel?
You know, we discussed quite a different when we were far enough down the line when we kind of saw what we had on our hands.
Yeah.
We did start opening up the idea of like, well, could this be a standalone product? Could this be a standalone title?
Yeah.
I think for us, because it was so intimately tied to the toys and tapping into the community base that we already have,
Yeah.
that those ideas fell by the wayside fairly quickly. But we did entertain it at one point.
Right.
And then we realized, you know what? No, let's refocus on Infinity and,
Yeah.
and make sure that we're making this for our community, for our fans, and for the folks who love Marvel and have already purchased a bunch of the 2.0 characters.
And I guess there's nothing stopping you guys from maybe doing that down the road if you wanted to do something like that.
It is one of the few playsets I think that we've made so far that could be decoupled if we wanted to. But
Yeah.
right now, you know, we're all Infinity all
Cool.
the time right now.
Very cool. Is the movie Spider-Man costume in here? Have you guys already worked that out, or?
No, so Spider-Man only has his alternate outfit is actually the symbiote or the black suit.
Okay.
Not to
And-
be confused with Black Suit Spider-Man.
Not
now.
to be confused with black suit Spider-Man, who only has the black suit.
Yes.
Okay. So you have two black suit Spider-Mans.
We do.
in
But one
this.
is the symbiote version.
One is a symbiote version, and one is just.
And actually,
You
they
can
fight
never
very.
have enough Spider-Mans.
You'll
though,
you'll
right?
see it. No, yeah.
And they actually do fight very differently.
They-
yeah,
very
the
different.
movesets are different. Yeah.
All right, let's play. Let's
All right,
do
let's
it.
go.
Oh,
No,
wait.
don't quit.
Let's see how long I can last against the ringers.
Sorry there, Hawkeye. Don't shoot me.
Gotcha.
No,
Nice. So who's Hawkeye?
I'm Hawkeye.
All right, let me punch you a bit.
You are wailing
Are
on
you
me.
Spidey, Vic?
I'm Spidey, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I'm going after Raul. Good. Good, good.
I see how it is around here. Or do you guys have go after Raul Thursdays?
Yeah,
Every once in a while, it happens.
pretty much go after Raul every day.
We had a little mini impromptu tournament amongst the three of us this afternoon.
Nice.
We trash talk each other a lot. Yeah, Raul was the clear winner, although we each got some wins in there, or win in my case.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Singular.
not get overzealous here
Singular.
about your wins.
How big was the development side here at UFG on this game?
We got up to as high as 40.
Okay.
So, you know, it was about a 1 year dev cycle.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, only possible because we had these great characters that had already been done by
Yeah.
Avalanche.
So much of the tech and the lore and all that stuff has kind of worked out for you guys in a way, right?
But yeah, I mean, each of the environments, everything all the environments built from scratch. You know, areas that were inspired by kind of key Marvel locations, but kind of all unique and different.
Right.
That really mapped to, you know, what we wanted for each of the placements. They all feel quite different too.
Yeah. I guess that must have been a nice kind of change of pace for you guys have been working on huge
Oh, no
games
way.
that have taken on like 100 people to build. So
Yeah,
This
I mean,
must have
Sleeping
been-
Dogs was 200 plus. So.
200 plus people on Sleeping Dogs. So that must have been a little refreshing to work faster and leaner.
It is.
And I guess see stuff that's playable quicker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of one of the things that we had, you know, almost from the very beginning was lead stand up every day, playing, looking at the
Oh,
game.
that's gonna do me in.
Yeah!
Oh,
Oh,
thank
no,
God.
finish him off.
Oh,
That is Raul there to pick up the
This
trash, as
is
he
you
always
are the
does.
worst trash picker-upper I have ever seen. You
I'm
sit
the
back.
guest here.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Cutting
Wait for your
Raul right
opening
out of this
and then-
segment.
Exactly.
No Raul in this piece.
Worst
That's it.
player I've ever seen.
Yeah, it just happens.
Raul, every time you're about to talk, we're cutting.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Well, I cut.
Yeah.
Well, I cut. That's it. That's what you just
I'll
earned,
let
my
you win
friend.
next time if it makes you
Literally
feel better.
stunned everyone with your move, and then he comes in and just killed them.
And I was mid-celebration, too.
I saw it. I
You
saw it.
son of a bitch.
And I just took
Yeah.
advantage.
All right,
That's,
just
that's
The
what he does.
worst.
All right.
And this is why this game is like honestly it's so good because we get so many of those moments where it's one health away. Oh wait! Somebody triggered a power disc. Oh, how did that just happen?
Well, and it's like that Capcom versus Marvel game too, where you're honestly you can't believe you're fighting with these awesome characters, right? And when you play that game in particular, it's like, why would anybody choose the Capcom? I love the Capcom characters, but why
Yeah.
would you be Ryu
Yeah.
when you could be Captain America? You
Yeah.
know? It's crazy. Yeah, you can't believe that you're fighting with all these dudes. It's awesome.
You guys want to do one of the other game modes?
Yep.
Like maybe the Hero of the Hill? We can do a team?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Back out real quick.
And I noticed you had the movie Falcon, and you also have the comic book Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comic book Falcon is the standard outfit. That's what the
That
toy
was the
looks.
toy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Okay.
then the movie version is your costume change.
Now, the costume changes are built right into the software. You don't have to buy power discs to get.
That's right. So
Yeah.
that's one of the kind of the unique things that we have here is normally you have to have the disc underneath the character in order to do the costume change. Since again, we don't have the costume guys on the base.
Yeah.
We had to change that. So yeah, once you unlock the costume in the challenge, you have it forever inside the playset.
Very cool.
For the ability to use.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do here is this is called Hero of the Hill.
Yep.
It's better played as a teams. So we have to go and you capture. There's going to be a circle that appears in the level.
Okay.
You have to go and occupy it. It'll change to your team color. Then you start earning points, and it's basically first to 50 points.
This is a
wins.
total Power Stone game mode, isn't it? I mean, wasn't there a mode in Power Stone that was very much
Nope.
like this? No? Okay. This is something you guys conceived of?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm going
I'm
to try
gonna-
this Hulkbuster. Oh, somebody else is?
Oh no, you
Okay.
can have them.
Okay.
Who's player 2? Oh, that's me.
4.
I'm one.
All right, so it's you and I, Ryan.
All right, Raul. Let's not.
I like how
screw
you
this
can
up.
literally see me around like, oh, you're gonna pick him. Oh, I'm gonna pick him then.
Ah, you're having your chess game before your chess game.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay. Rocket Raccoon.
That's right.
Okay.
So who's the team?
It's Raul and I against you two chumps.
Oh, all right. It's
okay.
on.
All right.
Let's do it, Vic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What's your character?
I am Rocket.
You're Rocket. Okay.
So good strategy is you'll see whatever color the rings are. That's who's currently in control of it.
Okay.
And whoever's got control of it, it's counting up points. So we want to make sure that it's our ring and at least one of us is in it, and the other guy can even play a bit of defense and try and keep the other guys out.
Okay.
So yeah, the biggest and smallest character, Hulkbuster and Rocket.
We have a new leader.
Oh,
Not
that's
for long.
great.
That was quick-lived. Nice thing about being small, no one can hit me.
That's
Until you did hit me.
until you get actually.
Can I
Oh,
do
we gotta
the
take that
Iron
ring
Man
over.
slam?
Oh,
Nice
like that.
one. That
Ouch.
worked.
Like from the air?
Yeah, so you just
Yeah.
hold Y when you're up in the air,
Okay.
and that's one of the most effective ways
Does
to
he
clean
come
up
down
the
on
place.
Oh wow, you guys got a
on the
lot of
3 points
on
like Iron Man always does?
Sorry,
Does he come down on the 3 points?
sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay. Here we go. I love the
there's a disc.
that. Nice.
the animation of him flying is very cool.
Nice, Vic.
Yeah, these guys are actually taking it in.
Wow.
Destroy the platform, we'll still stay in there, no big deal.
Darkhawk Blast.
That was a lot of Vic holding it down while I died
Nice.
and had to respawn and come back in. Hulkbuster. Just a brute in there.
Oh my God, that hurt
I
a
died
lot.
again.
That hurt a
Rocket's
lot.
having a hard time in that
Oh.
heavy firefight.
So who's in the lead?
You guys?
You guys,
Yeah.
But not
it's,
for long.
It's close. You can see in the bottom, it's 18-18 right now.
Okay, got you.
That's a really good
We're
game.
playing to 50.
Oh, I removed
Get
my.
out of here, Hulkbuster. Good
I
lord.
know. It's been awesome.
I like Hulkbuster. He's good. This is great because I've had that
No, now you're gonna
Hulkbuster
hurt.
figure for a while. Oh, Raul with his cheap moves. There it is.
Get it.
I've had that Hulkbuster figure for a while. I haven't really been able to do anything with him. Except run around and he's talked to Elsa and Olaf.
See, that's one of those cool things that you really want to use all of those characters,
Yeah.
and now you get a chance to do that.
Oh,
Yes.
big move just then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up top.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I'll hold it in while you bomb the hell out of them. Oh no!
Oh man, we're getting trashed.
Oh no, I'm getting sucked in the sewer.
Ooh, it's all good.
There we
Yes.
go.
That's what we needed.
That is gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Ay, ay, ay.
Get him! Oh yeah.
Nice.
That is gonna hurt a lot, actually. Out of here.
Oh, there's a spaceship that just flew into the
Yeah, that was
sewer.
the hardest.
So
It's
that's, Yeah,
okay.
that's the Yondu team up, so he flies in and
Oh,
starts
killed
laying the beat
by a
down.
rat.
A rodent?
It's a trash panda. Oh, why did
Yeah,
you do
stay in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh no.
that? There we go. Get out of here, Rocket.
Oh,
Nice,
nicely
Hulk,
done.
nice.
That
I
electrocuted
got
me a little.
No, you don't. I just threw Hulk.
Nice.
Here. Take some
Oh, we're
symbiotes.
still getting whale now.
No, but as long as one of us can still sneak in
Okay,
there.
all right.
Like you.
Yep. Small,
Oh,
hard to
my
hit.
turn.
There we
Oh,
go.
man.
5 more points, Raul. 4 more.
Have
Do
you
this.
played this
Oh.
before, Raul?
Nope.
Just check in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over in the corner.
Out of here.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Okay, now let's take a look at
What is that green
Yes.
slime you're shooting at me?
Oh, that's,
What exactly is that?
that's my pumpkin bombs.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Oh, we got in there close, but
Yeah, but that's what I like, right? From the get-go, you can actually get competitive with the game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah. Well, good job, you guys. This is really a lot of fun, man. I can't wait to train and come back and kick your ass.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm a little scared now.
Thank you very much, you guys. So this is out right now for Disney Infinity, Marvel Battlegrounds. You can finally play with all of your Marvel superheroes and a whole bunch of new ones. Thanks for the
And 4 of your friends on the couch.
and 4 of your friends on the couch, which we don't do often enough, right?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
But no
That's great.
online co-op. Or
No online.
No online
it's
fighting.
all,
or
it's
anything.
all couch gameplay.
That's all good. Thank you very much, you guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.